You're watching QUTV Season 7 with Randy Swope, Jeremy Culver, Charity Boyd, Ashley Cahill, and Joshua Hale. QUTV Season 7 starts right now.
Welcome to our February 15th episode of QUTV. I'm Jeremy Culver. Is one resident hall worth the money to spend to live in it? Some students say no.
And I'm Charity Boyd. We'll also tell you about an event coming up on campus that is magazine worthy.
We'll get to those stories in a bit, but topping our stories, we told you last week about the events that occurred to freshman Shannon Peters and what campus planned to do to raise safety. After a meeting with the Traffic Commissions Board of Quincy on Monday, some plans are moving forward. QU and the City of Quincy have made plans to install LED light crosswalks around campus to warn drivers of pedestrians. The street lights also will have their wattage increase from 100 watts to 250 watts. All of these are in an attempt to make drivers aware of students and help students feel safer around campus. Sophomore Julianne Toohey said she is pleased by the improvements.
Well, I feel like that the City of Quincy and Quincy University are both working together very hard to make a safer place, and I'm very excited to see what's next. Good things to come and good news. I consider Quincy University now my home away from home.
Though the city deemed the corner of 20th and Chestnut not to need a four-way stop, campus and the town of Quincy think this will help prevent another accident like this from happening in the future.
To help the family of Shannon Peters, SPB held an event Fit for a Princess last Friday. The Princesses for Our Princess party was held in a Hawk's Nest. They watched The Little Mermaid and Cinderella, Shannon's two favorite Disney movies. The event was thrown in conjunction with the SPB Super Bowl party, both raising money to help with hospital bills. By the end of the night, SPB raised the $400 combined with the $600 raised at the Super Bowl event. The total raised for the Friends of Shannon Peters funds equals $1,000.
Students across campus have a new reason to be creative thanks to the newly formed Creativity Club. The new club found a home in an unlikely place, Cupertine Hall. QUTV's Joshua Hale sat down with the club's founder, AJ Sugg, earlier this week to get a closer look at the new organization and its headquarters.
To most QU students, Cupertine Hall has never been anything more than the old empty building next to Francis Hall, but to senior graphic design major AJ Sugg, it's much more than that.
Now that I have this creative base, I really wanted to make an area where students can join me in the creative process. I really feel people together can create something better than any one person could ever make alone.
By joining together Art Club, CEO Club, and his newly created Creativity Club, Sugg hopes to exercise some change, not only on campus, but throughout the community as well.
Specifically, at first, the CEO Club, which is the young entrepreneurs, the Art Club, and the Creativity Club, to get a really entrepreneurial group going to raise money for organizations and to make creative things happen.
With art covering most of Cupertine's walls, a quiet room for meditation, and a place for making organic smoothies, students like T.C. Pearsall hope the studio can be a creative sanctuary for everyone.
We're hoping that this club can help restore some of that creative vitality in anyone who wants to get involved.
Though the club is quite new, there is definitely no short supply of enthusiasm.
I want to put Gem City on the map with all these creative things and all these creative young people and every age to come together to do something beautiful here in Quincy, and I think that it's about time.
Reporting for QUTV, I'm Joshua Hale.
For those interested in the Creativity Club, it meets every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Well, next week, QU will celebrate National Entrepreneurship Month. I sat down earlier this week with senior Zach Klein to talk about this and also a business that is garnering a lot of attention. Joining us this week is Quincy University Senior and Business Over Zach Klein. Zach, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having us, Jeremy.
Oh, thank you for coming. Now, Zach, you're getting a lot of attention lately, so tell us a little bit about the business you started.
The business started, it's called J&Z Lighting. It's myself, my two best friends. We've grown up with each other since high school and kindergarten. We make fully customizable LED lights, so whether you want a picture of your favorite celebrity, college logo, sports team, it's fully customizable, so we'll make that for you.
All right, and how getting started like that, how can people go about trying to get these?
We're spreading out our information by Facebook, Twitter, and our website, which is www.jnzlighting.webs.com. So that's, you go to our website, you can order it, contact me, Facebook, Twitter.
All right, well, you're going to be featured on the online radio program Young Moguls. How did that come to be, and when can we hear that?
It all came to be from this past year's National CEO Conference in Chicago. There's a company called Your 15 Minutes Radio, and they provide student entrepreneurs the opportunity to get 2 free radio training sessions, and then the third session, which will be my date, February 15th, you get to go live and featured on the show of Young Moguls.
And how can people go about getting that if they want to, a prospective student on campus wants to start their own business?
If they want to start their own business, they can contact Dr. John Palmer. He's a CEO advisor. You can go talk to him, contact myself, and that's how you get your own business going.
All right. Well, QU, as you know, has a strong entrepreneurship and across several disciplines. And this, next week is going to be celebrating the National Entrepreneurship Month. What are some of the events that are taking place on campus?
Our first event is February 21st, which is a Thursday, and it'll be we have Jim Boyd, who's from the Western Illinois Small Business Development Center. He'll be coming to speak to us in Francis, 334, from 6 to 7 p.m. And it's open to all students at QU.
And what is that event going to do? Like, what are you going to do there?
He's just going to be guest speaking and telling his business development and to give us some guidance. It's part of our entrepreneurial finance class, so he's just going to be coming in and talk to us.
I know a lot of students are always nervous when they have an idea they don't want to say it. What would you tell a student if they have an idea, how they should go about carrying it?
Well, first write it down, because an idea is just an idea until you write it down. So write it down and then spread it with your family. They're usually a good support system, and then move further directly into your professors or other close friends and relatives,
Is there anything else you would like to tell the campus on, basically the entrepreneurship program or anything else?
Our next event will be February 26th from 2 to 4:30, and that will be held in the Hall of Fame room. We'll be having two more additional guest speakers. We'll be having Chris McKenzie, who financial advisor and owner of Investments. And then we'll be also having Donna Graves, who is a former owner of the Bailey's Fudge Shop and Coffee House and current owner of Lavish Floral Events. So we'll have 2 events there, and then we'll have other booths by other QU student businesses, from art to music to graphic design to business. My booth, I'll be having a booth there as well. And we'll also have some, it's sponsored by the local Tri-State SCORE organization and CEO Club, and there will also be music going on.
What would you tell a student that wants to go? Like, how would you intrigue them to come?
Well, there'll be refreshments served. You'll get to hear some music. 2 great guest speakers. So, you don't get too many of those going on campus. So it's a great opportunity to go learn more and check it out.
All right, Zach. Well, I appreciate you coming in, and hope you have a great day.
Thanks, Jeremy, for having me.
In the last couple of years, there have been several renovations to buildings on campus. Students are saying there's a dorm that needs attention now more than ever. The dorm students are talking about is Willer Hall, and they say problems include leaky pipes, a shower ceiling that is falling down, suite doors that won't properly close, leaky air conditioners and windows, and aging furniture. We sat down with one resident who says things in Willer Hall are getting pretty bad.
I'd say they are getting worse just because using the hot water in the shower, anything you're using the bathroom for, is just going to keep working on it. So I'd say it's getting worse.
How does this problems
Dickens also says he has filled out several maintenance requests, but so far they have gone unanswered. Stay tuned. In the next episode of QUTV, we'll tell you if there are plans in the works to resolve the problems in Willer Hall.
This past week marked the NCAA National Signing Day, and the QU football team announced some of their top recruits. Coach Tom Pajic, in his second season with the Hawks and first full recruiting season, welcomes 29 new recruits to the QU football team. Pajic only signed 15 recruits last year in a 3-month span. The event was attended by some QU staff members, along with QU President Robert Gervasi. The signings include 15 from Illinois, 13 from Missouri, and 1 from Iowa. Pajic describes the recruiting class as athletic and is looking to put his own stamp on the program.
Looking ahead 20 years from now, looking back 20 years from now, when Quincy football has that tradition of excellence, they can say, I wasn't only just a part of that, but I started it.
Pajic highlighted a couple of his top recruits. Chris Harris is a running back from Springfield, Illinois, and third all-time in rushing yards at Sacred Heart Griffin High School. Dalton Hubner is a defensive back from right in our own backyard, Camp Point, Illinois. Hubner brings high honors with him. He was named to the Class 2A All-State team in 2012 and selected as the 2012 Quincy Herald-Wig Player of the Year.
The runway will be smoking next weekend as QU looks to find society's ideal man. Alpha Omicron Pi is putting on their annual Mr. GQ show. The show will take place February 23rd at 7 p.m. in the main dining hall. General admission is $4 and only $2 with your QU ID. All funds raised will go towards the Juvenile Arthritis and Arthritis Foundation. Go enjoy the show and give back to a great cause. That's all we have for this episode of QUTV. I'm Charity Boyd.
And I'm Jeremy Culver. I'm glad that you guys joined us, and I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day. Be sure to check back in 2 weeks as we continue to bring you the news by the students, for the students.